Welcome everyone to the speaking part 3 describing a scene analysis. Before I get started, I want to let you know that this part, speaking part 3, is very important for levels 5, 6, okay? One of the most important parts in the speaking part 2, 3, 4, 5 are very important for lower levels, okay? And that's because these parts, they test your knowledge of some basic language principles. And I will explain that to you when we do the question. And also, I want to remind you that there is this really great speaking part 3 describing a scene tips and strategies video. Okay? And that video will explain to you some tips and some strategies that you can use and that I will be using in this analysis. So if you want to watch that video, it's a very good video. I will leave a link in the description box, or also you can find that video in our Speaking Part 3 playlist, okay? Now, let's get started with today's sample, which is from Volume 1, and it's about the post office, okay? So here we are, Part 3, preparation time, 30 seconds. Speaking time, 1 minute. Always, it's the same writing here, the same question. It's written the same way. Describe some of the things happening in the picture as well as you can. The person with whom you are speaking cannot see the picture. Okay, that is always there. Okay, and here we have our picture. Now, like I said, I will be using our guide. I will be using some information from our guide to help us, okay? Now, it's very important, everyone, that we understand that part 3 and 4, 2, 3, 4, they usually test some simple language knowledge. For example, what do I mean? The present continuous. Yes, the present continuous. It's a very low-level grammar concept. And part 3 tests level 5 and 6 for that one. Do they know how to use present continuous? That's the most important part. So you have to know about present continuous, and I will explain about it more while we're doing the question, okay? And now, the other part that we need to do well is just we need to organize ideas in a good way. And if we organize well, it will really help us and it'll really help the examiner understand what you are talking about, okay? So that's important. And that's what I'm going to be showing you in this analysis. So let's get to my board here. All right, here we have the picture. And we need to start off by introducing the question. So we should always start by saying where the picture is taking place. So this picture is taking place at the post office. Okay? And then we should always say, what kind of people do we see there? That's always a very good sentence. In a very easy way, you can say, there are many people doing different activities at the moment. That one is very easy. All right? Sometimes it's hard for 5 or 6s to think of what kind of people are in the picture. So you can just say there are many people. But just to help you out today, a higher level would say there are many children, because I see 4 children here, adults, and the kind of workers. There's usually some workers maybe, and postal workers doing different activities at the moment. Okay? All right, that's our intro. And now we're going to get to the front of the picture, right over here. So it says in the foreground. Now the foreground is over here, but that is a higher level word. But you can say in the front. No problem. Easier for you to remember. In the front. Yep. In the front on the right, we can see a child and older teenager waiting to send their letters. So in the front, right over here, on the right, we can see a child and an older teenager. He looks like an older teenager waiting to send their letters. They have letters right here. Okay. Now, this is what we want to say, right? We want to say waiting, waiting. That's present continuous. Waiting, not wait or to wait, waiting. Okay? And actually, here we used we can see. So we didn't really use are waiting, but we can say a child and an older teenager who are waiting. You can say that. You don't have to. Okay? But we can say a child and an older teenager who are waiting to send their letters. Okay? You can say that one. Or a child and an older teenager waiting. We can see a child and an older teenager waiting. Both are okay. Now, and on the left, see, we're connecting. In the front, on the left, we can see a mother and her son. It looks like that. Now, let's explain. The son, the son's holding some money. So, the son is holding some money. Now, we can say the son is holding. That is okay. We can say the son is holding. Okay? Just when we speak, it's more common to say short form. The son's holding some money. And the mother's waiting in line. That one is more common. Okay? But you can say is waiting. There's not a problem. I think for level 6, we should try to say short form. So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind. Let's use short form, okay? Also, this one here, I'll change it after. Right now I can't. This is short form. We can see a child and older teenager waiting. Who are waiting is long form. Waiting is short form. Okay? So that's what is meant by present continuous. The son is holding. What is he doing right now? What is he doing? He is holding. The son is holding, okay? What is the mother doing? She's waiting in line. The mother's waiting in line. That's present continuous, okay? So now let's get to the middle. The middle. It's over here. In the middle, on the left, there's a young man helping an old woman carry her packages. So this young man here, he is helping. He's helping. He is helping. He's helping. An old woman carry her packages. Okay? And on the right, the father and children are collecting their packages. On the right, the father and children are collecting their packages, okay? That's what it looks like. So, present continuous. The father and child, they are collecting. Are collecting. They are collecting. Here we use the words, so we didn't use short form because when we use the father and children, we don't use short form. We can't say the father and children. No. Okay? So now let's get to the last part, which is the back. In the back over here, in the back. What do we have there? In the background on the left, there is a postal worker helping. There's a postal worker helping the people sending their mail. And on the right, two postal workers are helping customers collecting their packages. Two postal workers are. They are. Two of them are. One, there is one postal worker. Okay, and here we said there is. We can say a postal worker is helping. If we don't understand there is, we can say a postal worker's helping. Okay? Going to make some things that are easier here. In the background as well, we don't need to say background. We can just say back. That one's easier. Okay? And so we said here a postal worker's helping. So we can say there is or a young man is. We'll leave both for now just so you can practice, okay? And I want to change this to front. Sometimes level 5, 6, we can't pronounce or say that word so well. So I want to change that, okay? All right then, looks like we have a good example here. So again, I just want to say this postal worker is helping people send their packages. And these postal workers are helping customers who are collecting their packages, okay? So everyone, we have a really good answer here for level 5, 6. Now level 5, maybe this one will be too difficult for you, but it's good to practice, okay? Level 6, this answer should be easy for you to say, okay? Now everyone, it's very important, the most important part, present continuous. Is holding, is waiting, is helping, are collecting, is helping, are helping. We need to make sure that we do that we don't make so many errors with that. You can make some errors, but that's what we need to practice, okay? And also, it's a very good practice to organize your ideas like this. Okay. So now, everyone, I'm going to speak this answer in 1 minute. And while I'm speaking it in 1 minute, please focus on my flow, okay, and my intonation. This will really help you. Okay, so here I go. This picture is taking place at the post office. There are many children, adults, and postal workers doing different activities at the moment. In the front, on the right, we can see a child and older teenager waiting to send their letters. And on the left, we can see a mother and her son. The son's holding some money and the mother's waiting in line. In the middle on the left, there's a young man helping an old woman carry her packages. And on the right, the father and children are collecting their packages. In the back, on the left, a postal workers helping the people sending their mail. And on the right, two postal workers are helping customers collect their packages. Wow, I said it exactly in 1 minute. Okay, everyone. I was saying it very slowly and clearly for you, okay? Now, what we want to do to practice is we want to, everyone, read and speak this answer in 1 minute. And we want to practice the structure, okay? And we want to focus on the grammar, okay? Let's do that. And also, of course, let's try and focus on some of the vocabulary in here to practice. So for that, everyone, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box, okay? I'm going to be leaving a link, and that link has this question along with the answer here, okay? And it would be very good for you to practice reading and speaking it in 1 minute. And the best way for you to test to see how you improved is to try to speak it in 1 minute without reading it. That will be really excellent for you. Now, also, let's not forget about the CELPIP library. The CELPIP library, we have lots of examples of speaking part 3, all of the speaking parts, okay, of listening, all of the listening, reading, over 50, 60 examples, everyone, and writing. It will be really great for you to subscribe to the CELPIP library. So, also in that link, there will be a link to purchase a library pass. And with discount code CELPIP79, you can get a 3-month subscription for only $10.99 Canadian. That is such a great deal, everyone. I strongly recommend it. Let's not forget, okay? Practice makes perfect.